What's going on, y'all? It's Brother D back with another video, and today I'm gonna do a video. I'm gonna do a basketball video right after I do this video. But this ain't gonna be too long. I just want to do a joint about I talked to somebody. I think the other day. I just want to do this real quick, and I want to talk about pride, man, and I might have a little scripture with y'all too, though. So, uh, I want to do a video on pride today. Is that all right with y'all? Make sure that if you're gonna look at the video, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell, so every time I make a video, you know, it'll be in your notification so you can see it. Let's get into this. Today, people got a lot of pride, man. And what I don't understand about, folks is that they need to learn how to swallow it. Um, you know, a lot of people been talking about how, the employment rate is very, very high. But I think a lot of people don't want to take jobs because they worried about where I won't work at McDonald's because they worried about what somebody think of them. Or I ain't mopping no floors, or I ain't working at a Walmart, or I ain't working at a grocery store, or you get what I'm saying? Sometimes we can be our own destruction. What I'm saying is that some people will not take a job because they worried about not just worried about you know, I'm not doing this. And people don't realize that sometimes your pride can be your destruction. You see, a lot of folks don't understand that you have to be humble in these streets in order to get somewhere. Or, it's a lot of college grads that I see at the store where I work at all the time. And all they talk about is, I'm not taking this, I'm not taking that. Isn't it better to have something than nothing? Everybody want this $20 an hour job, but if you can't find a job, why don't you take a job that you can get until you can do something else? See, a lot of folks don't want to do that. Or some people might have a car, or and they can't get to work and they car in the shop or something. Some people would rather ask for rides than catch the bus. There's perfectly nothing wrong with catching the bus. Sometimes you gotta learn how to swallow your pride because your pride can be your downfall. You know, or if your main job isn't working to where you have enough money for your family, maybe you might need to take a second job to make, and maybe you might have to work at a Burger King or a McDonald's, whatever you do to make a living. You get what I'm saying? See, a lot of folks don't want to do that. And that's what we got to realize, that sometimes you ain't gonna get what you want until you realize, okay, this is what I got to do for the time being. Or people don't. A lot of folks don't understand that being humble is the way. It's like this old saying, James 4:10. It says that humble yourself in the sight of the Lord, He will lift you up. You can't be lifted if you got all that pride, or you're behind and you don't want to ask nobody for the money. You get what I'm saying? Or you might need $100. So You don't want you rather just say, I'll pay it next month. Instead of saying, you know what, let me go ask somebody. Asking people ain't gonna make you look bad. It's gonna make you look better. Because sometimes people are afraid to ask. And there's nothing wrong with asking somebody for something. If people won't take jobs because they worry their pride. If your kid's hungry and need food to eat, why are you worrying about what somebody think? You got feed. Where I work at every day. I work at a Walmart, and our customers are brutal. But when you got rent and bills to pay, who has time to sit around and worry about what somebody think of me? Or I gotta do what I gotta do, and that's what I'm trying to get y'all to see. That sometimes it's all right, you know, whatever you gotta do it. I I put on a dog uniform and dance in front of kids for 8 hours to pay my rent, cause I ain't got no pride. But see, I learned a long time ago that pride will cause you to fall. Some the employment rate, they talk about the employment rate high. It's jobs out here. If you gotta take a job that's paying you maybe $10 or $11, isn't $10 or $11 better than no money at all? But see, people don't think like that. I tell you, I'm not saying stay on a low entry job forever, but until you can make your next move, why not try to do something? A lot of folks just don't want to work. We can make all the excuses we want. It's employment out here, but people don't want to do it. Like I'm gonna leave you with this one. Psalms 138:6. It says that though the Lord be set on high, he has regard for the lowly, but the proud he knows afar off. So that's telling you right there that all this, the proud, he don't know the proud. Pride is like I seen a movie the other night. It was Good Deeds with Tyler Perry. It's a few years old, but it was talking about how the lady was a maintenance lady. She was a janitor, and she fell behind on her rent. And what happened was she owed some money, and they garnished her check. She didn't have the money to pay her rent. So when they put her out on the street, she slept in her car. Instead of asking somebody, why not? Instead of going through all of that, why not ask people? But people don't want to do that. It's plenty of times I was broke. When I had my stroke 5 years ago, um, it's plenty of times I had no money. But my parents was right there with me. I didn't want to ask them, but either ask or be hungry. You see, sometimes in life you gotta be humble. Sometimes you gotta do things that you don't want to do. You know, some things that, man, I do not want to do this today. But I gotta pay my rent. I gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta, we out here, people got kids. We ain't got time to worry about what people think. Oh yeah, James, such and such, an example. Yeah, I see him in the store. He was a welder, bagging groceries. But maybe he doing that till he get another welding job. Something is better than nothing. A lot of folks don't want to sell that pride. Pride is a beautiful thing, but pride will cause you to fall. Pride will cause your life to crumble. But see, a lot of people don't think like that, man. You know, Sometimes you gotta, in order till you get where you need to go, sometimes you gotta crawl before you can walk. So today I just want to make this message real quick. Today, swallow your pride. If you behind on your rent, if you're hungry, ask somebody. Maybe, or I'll tell you this too. The store I work at, people go in there and steal. But then you go to jail and get a jail record. And all you had to do, you know what? Let me make some phone calls. Let me see, is it places where I can go where I can get food? Maybe I need to go. I'll tell you something else too. People don't want to go on food stamps. But what's wrong with going on food stamps? Isn't that better than starving? You see what I'm saying? I'm not taking no handouts. And you sitting here and your baby's in there hungry. Come on now. Swallow that pride. There's nothing wrong with asking for help until you can do better. So I'm telling you, live a non-pride life, and your life will be better. If you're hungry, if you need something, just ask. Or whatever job you got, don't worry about what